All right, you guys, welcome to class. My name is Teacher Chad. This hour we are going to be practicing our speaking while talking about social issues. We'll be talking about social issues in our own towns and countries, things like that. We'll be taking turns one by one and answering questions about things that are going on things that are going on in our country. We'll be taking a look at this particular sheet. Right there. You can open it up. It's not that big of a deal if you don't. I'll be showing the sheet here on the screen, so you can follow along there as well. All right, let's see who we have in class so far. Hi there, Heidi. How are you?
Hello, nice to see you again. I went to the ophthalmologist again, and then my treatment was over.
And then your treatment was over?
Yeah.
Okay.
I had a very bad eyesight, right eye. I couldn't see anything.
Really?
But, yeah. Only.
And what did you have? What was wrong?
I could get only bright or not dark, only that. But after treatment, my eyesight getting much better.
That's good. That's good. So what was the treatment? Was it just some drops or something like that?
Laser.
Okay.
Laser beam. Yes.
Okay, excellent. That's pretty great.
Yeah, treatment was only for 5 minutes or 10 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, before I worried about that, before he decided to my eye operation, I was very scared. So I postponed go to the dentist. The clinic.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm glad everything worked out okay.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Awesome. All right. Let's see here. Hi there, Christian. How are you?
Hi, I'm fine.
Very good. Christian, where are you from?
I'm from Chile.
From Chile, okay. Very good. And what do you do, Christian? Are you a student or do you work full time?
I work full time.
Okay. And what's your job?
I develop websites.
Okay, so you're a web developer?
Yeah, I'm informatic engineer.
Okay, very nice. And how long have you been doing that for?
Sorry?
How long have you been doing that for?
4 years.
For 4 years. Okay.
Yeah,
Awesome. Well, nice to meet you. It's good to have you here.
Thanks.
All right, you guys. Let's go ahead and get started. We will taking a look at these different questions. We'll be going through one by one, and our questions here. We'll be going over pretty much the same question because there's only a couple of you here in class. Okay, we'll be talking about social issues. Okay, social issues are different things that are occurring in your countries, in your neighborhoods. Okay, things like that. All right. Hi there, Wilson. How are you?
Hi, I'm fine, and you?
I'm doing very well, thank you. Good to have you here. And Wilson, where are you from?
I am from Colombia.
From Colombia. All right, awesome. Good to have you here. Okay, you guys. Let's go ahead and get rolling. Make sure that I'm presenting this to everybody. There we go. Okay, so our first question that we're going to take a look at, we're going to skip the first two here and take a look at number 3. Okay, so social issues, you guys, so that you know what that is, can be something like poverty, maybe a sickness, maybe low jobs, okay, or not enough jobs. Things like that, things that are affecting the whole country, that are affecting all or the whole society. Okay, so let's go here to Wilson first. And Wilson,
Oh,
what are the biggest social issues affecting your country today?
I think that the biggest social issue is the corruption.
The
The
corruption.
corruption, yeah, in especially in politics. We are the main entities, the main city halls, the main uh, governmental entities
Hmm.
have corruption people that impacting our country, leaving people in poverty.
Hmm.
I think that is the main issue that we have.
Okay. All right, very good. Now, one thing here, instead of it being corruption people, it's we would say corrupt people.
Corrupt people.
Yeah, so corrupt is going to be our adjective, and corruption is our noun. So yes, corruption is would be the social issue, but you have corrupt people. Okay.
Okay.
Good, nice answer, Wilson. Okay, so corruption is one of the biggest things he believes there in Colombia. Okay, how about Heidi? Heidi, what are the biggest social issues affecting your country today?
Maybe recently the people's mind or I much.
Say that again. It's cutting in and out with your microphone there, Heidi.
Uh-huh. Yeah, some noise coming from some person the computer.
Okay, let's see here.
Some like that. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, all right.
No,
Go
no.
ahead and try it again, Heidi.
Yes. Maybe kind of mental illness. The person, a very strange person, increased. When I was a child, we can enjoy in the outside free.
Mm-hmm.
But nowadays, many cases it happened. A young girl, 6 or less than 10 years old, was kidnapped many times.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, 1 week ago, a kid, 6-year-old girl,
Mm-hmm.
was lost. So people looked for her for long. But finally, yesterday, she was found in some bush, inside the bush, in a plastic bag.
Oh no.
She was cut. Her body was cut into 5 or 6 parts.
Oh no.
Then one guy was arrested. So recently, men are interested in very young girls. So very strange.
Yeah. That's a horrible story. Whoa.
Yeah.
And that's something that happened there in your town,
In
in your city.
Next to prefecture. So I to maybe 300 kilometers far from my place.
Wow. Yes. There's some really sick people out there.
Yeah, that's right. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. So that's another issue that's affecting our world today. Well, thank you very much, Heidi. Thank you. Okay. Let's see here. Let's go to Diego. Hi, Diego. How are you? Diego, make sure to unmute your microphone because I cannot hear you. Okay. Let's go to Christian.
The principal social issue in my country, I'm from Chile, is the access to the university education.
Okay.
Poor people could not give the access to the university.
Okay. So poor people are not able to have access to the university.
Yeah. Nowadays
Okay.
we are discussing about
Mhm.
the equality in the education.
Okay. All right, and so what's going on in your country regarding education? Are there some people that want the universities to be public, while others want to have them remain private, or what's going on there?
Yeah, public education is very bad, and the people who have the money is changing to the private education, and the poor people stay in the bad education, public education.
Okay, so do they have public universities there that they're just not very good?
No, I am talking about primary and secondary colleges, schools.
So high school.
Yes.
Okay, so
Yeah.
college in the United States is university.
Okay. Sorry.
Okay, so yeah, so you're talking about elementary school and like a junior high and high school.
Okay.
Those type of things. Oh, okay. And so so there is public education up through high school, right, in Chile.
Yeah.
Okay, but what you're saying is that the education is very very bad, and so you want to you believe that that is a big social issue that's affecting the poor people in Chile, right?
Yeah, because the poor people can access the private education. That is the good education here.
Okay, okay. All right, very very good. Thank you for sharing. All right, let's see here. Let's try out Diego one more time. Hi, Diego.
Hi, teacher. Sorry,
Hi, how you doing?
I was working. I was
Okay,
working, so I will try to pay attention to the class.
okay,
But I would like to give my opinion.
okay. Go for it.
I think in my country,
Mhm.
the biggest social issues is the corruption. Because if you don't have a network,
Mhm.
you can get work or access to some universities, as Christian said.
Mhm.
So you have, it is necessary to have a, a someone who knows you,
Mhm.
like a refer,
Like a
uh,
referral.
yeah, a referral.
Mhm.
hmm is
Okay.
the biggest social issue, I think.
All right. All right. And what country are you from?
I'm in Colombia.
In Colombia as well. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So our Colombians here, okay, are in agreement that corruption is the biggest problem there in the country. Okay. All right. Very good, Diego.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay.
You're welcome.
All right. Let's see here. And I would probably have to say, being going through Central and South America, I would probably have to say that one of the biggest problems that I see is the amount of pay, okay, that companies pay their employees. That's where I see a lot of injustice, because their products cost the same amount of money as they would in Canada or the UK or the United States. They cost the exact same amount of money, right? But if you were to buy something in the United Kingdom, okay, or in England, you have to pay that worker a certain amount of money, okay? But in places like here in Honduras, okay, the rate of pay is very, very, very low, right? For the same worker who's working in the same McDonald's, right? And so I find that very, very unjust. They should be paying their workers more money. I think that'll help a lot of people rise up, be able to pay for the education and things like that. But that's my humble opinion. Okay, let's see here. Let's go to Wilson and our next question here. Let's see here. Okay, So we've talked about the biggest social issue. Now, what about the newest? Okay, the newest one to arise in your country, one that didn't exist before, but maybe with the rise of one thing or another, okay, it's become a new social issue. Wilson, what is the newest social issue to arise in your country?
Let me think. The newest social issue. No, I'm thinking. May I try later?
Sure, I can come back to you. Okay, how about you, Heidi? Heidi, can you think of a new issue that is starting to affect the people there in Japan?
In Japan, economy is now it's very good, and even the number of unemployed was decreased. So we are quite happy compared to until 2 years ago. But in the world, there are many social issues. For example, ISIS problem, or Ebola. It affects Japanese society somehow. Yeah.
Does Japan have any workers that are in Africa that may be affected by Ebola?
Yeah, for example, the doctors without border, like that. I'm not sure.
Yeah, Doctors Without Borders. That's
right. Several Japanese doctors and nurses included in that group.
Okay.
So they told about that before getting back to Japan, and even Japanese some company developed some medicine for flu. But other researchers in the world experimented that medicine. It was quite effective for Ebola.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, so the company's stock rose up suddenly.
I bet. Okay, all right. Thank you, Heidi. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, let's see here. Diego, how about you? What do you believe is a new social issue that's affecting the people there in Colombia? Okay, how about Christian? What do you think here, Christian?
Yes, here in Chile, 2 weeks ago, we had a terrorist atentado act.
Attempt, like a terrorist, an attempted terrorist attack.
Yes, a group of people put a bomb in the subway station.
What?
Yeah, nobody died, but we not used to have that act here.
Yeah.
Since Pinochet, we don't know about that act, and the people is talking about incremental security and the policy intelligence to go against this act.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, because I mean, you think of Chile, you don't think of terrorist acts happening there. Now, what kind of group? What kind of group has taken responsibility for it, or has no one?
Was a group of anarchists.
Ah, really?
They are against the system.
Wow. And what kind of system are they for?
They are against the capitalism.
Okay, so against capitalism, probably for let's see, communism.
They don't believe in nothing.
They don't believe anything. Okay, so they just want no government.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, interesting. And they're willing to kill people for it. Wow, that's terrible. That's terrible. Yeah. But thank goodness, no one died, right?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. All right. Very good. Thank you for sharing, Christian. Okay.
welcome.
Let's see here. Wilson.
Okay. Okay. In my country, I think that the newest social issue is the internal displacement.
Okay,
You know what?
displacement.
Displacement.
Okay.
Okay.
Now, what do you mean by internal displacement? What's going on?
What happened in here in the main cities, the capital cities, we have people that come from the another cities or small towns because the guerrilla, because here in Colombia we
FARC.
have
Do you have FARC?
we have a guerrilla FARC.
Uh-huh.
So in that case, the farmers have to move to the big cities like Bogota or Medellin, and for that reason, the poverty has been increased during the I mean 5 years since during the 5 years.
Sure.
For that reason, I think that this is the newest social issue.
Yeah, that makes sense because they're moving from where they could grow food, right, and out in the country, and they're coming to where it's somewhat safer in the city, right? But they don't have any place to stay, right? So they're being displaced, and so it's creating neighborhoods of poor families that are gathering there in the cities. Is that sort of what you're explaining?
Yeah, is what is the main idea that and also another issue that I think it comes is the intolerance because people are getting violence, intolerance each other. I think this is the main the newest issue that we have here.
Okay. All right. Good. Thank you for sharing. All right. Let's see here. Diego, are you with us? Okay. Let's go to our next question here. All right. So our next one here is, are you directly affected by any social issues? Okay. Now, I want to say, are you or have you ever been? Okay. Have you ever been affected by any social issues, or are you currently being affected by a social issue? Okay. Let's start off with Heidi here. Heidi, are you being affected by any social issue now, or have you ever been?
Yeah, very far, but somehow I was affected. For example, global warming, it changed the weather, world weather, right?
Okay.
Then recently, Japan, we had a lot of rain in summer season, so it caused a lack of sunlight. Then we never experienced such bad weather in summer season.
Yeah.
Then lack of sunlight caused the vegetables growing very low.
Slowly.
Then,
very slow.
Slow and then I go to the supermarket to have some ingredient. The vegetables price are very, very expensive. I couldn't buy 3 times or 4 times more than that.
Whoa, are you kidding?
Yeah, so
that's already in Japan, which is one of the most expensive countries to live in. So the price of the vegetables tripled?
Yeah.
Holy cow.
But for example, mushroom or something, they can grow up in the factory.
Sure.
So every time it's the same. So I bought that mushroom and frozen vegetables.
Yeah. Wow. Instead instead of being able to buy fresh vegetables, right?
Yes, it's very difficult.
Wow. Wow, that's amazing. That's amazing. Okay. So global warming affecting the growth of the food there. Very good. Thank you, Heidi.
Thank you.
Okay, how about Christian? Christian, are you being directly affected by any social issues right now, or have you ever been?
About the terrorist attempt, we are carefully about the security in the street. All people is looking anywhere, looking for some bombs. In fact, we have a lot of denuncias.
Did you say announcements?
Announcements? Yeah, announcements of bomb fakes. Fake announcement about bombs.
Oh, okay. Fake announcements about bombs in different parts of Chile.
Yeah, the people is seeing bombs everywhere.
Oh no! Wow. So is that like it's slowing down traffic? It's slowing down just kind of life. It's also making people scared.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Wow, that's horrible. That's horrible. And so, how is this affecting you personally? What is this? What kind of change is this affecting in your life?
Affecting me because I also watch bomb everywhere.
Oh, I also see.
Yeah. I also see bombs everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
In fact,
Okay.
in every public place, we remove the trash counters. In the subway, in the supermarket. The government have to remove the containers of trash containers, because the bomb in the subway was the anarchists put the bomb in the trash container.
Wow, and so they're going through and they're removing them so no one can hide any bombs in them.
Yeah.
Wow. Whoa. Okay, that's pretty terrible. It's pretty terrible.
But
okay.
Va pasando, no sé cómo se dice.
Está pasando, dijo.
Yeah, claro.
This has been happening, or it is happening.
No, ya va a pasar. O sea,
it's going to happen.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. All right. Well, thank you for sharing, Christian. And I hope the situation gets better there in Chile. That's terrifying.
Yeah.
That's terrifying. Yeah. Okay. Let's see here, Wilson. How about you? Are you directly affected by any social issues, or have you ever been?
No, really. I am not directly affected by any social issue, but I'm lucky for that. I feel lucky, but I think my country is directly affected because the foreign people or other countries think that the Colombia is an unsafe place. Unsafe place to visit, and people think that here in Colombia we have violence, we have a war in every place, and it's not the truth. The truth is that in some places we have safety places, safety universities, but I think that the news have another perspective or another vision to the foreign people.
Hmm. Well, it's absolutely true what you said. If I had the opportunity to go to Colombia, I would think twice about it, because you're right. I would think that I would be in extreme danger if I went there, because of how things what is shared about Colombia in the national on the national sphere, right? And that being said, I live in one of the most dangerous countries in the world, which is Honduras. Okay, which has, I think, the one of the most dangerous cities in the world, which is San Pedro Sula, right?
Mm.
I would still have to think again about going to Colombia, right? It's kind of it's crazy because I have that in the back of my mind, right? So yeah, you're right, and I've talked with a lot of Colombians and like, no, it's safe, it's a beautiful country, you should come and visit. It's like okay, I think so, you know, but yeah, I think that's affecting the economy a lot because you could have a lot more tourists there. You know,
Yeah,
going and
sure.
visiting your beaches and a lot of the beautiful places that you have. I think you're absolutely right. You know,
Yeah. I
unfortunately,
agree on that.
yeah. Okay, great point, Wilson. Great point. Let's see, Diego. Let's see if I can reach you one last time.
um, I think it's not actually true that Wilson said, because if you go to uh, mm, tourist sites,
Mhm.
you could find many strangers
Um,
in
it would be
Cartagena, or uh, foreigners,
foreigners.
foreigners
Mhm.
um, in Cartagena or Santa Marta, even in
Sure,
Bogota.
sure.
Yes, I think that that perspective is changing now. Uh, I think
Hopefully.
it was 5 or 6 years ago.
Okay. Could be. I've been through Argentina, Paraguay, Bolivia, Peru, um, up in Honduras, Guatemala, El Salvador, Panama, Costa Rica, Nicaragua. I've been to all of those countries, but still, even at that, if someone say, "Hey, let's go to Colombia," I go, "Okay." I'd have to think about it, even knowing that there are lots of beautiful places. He's not saying that people don't go there, but that Colombia has a when people think of Colombia, unfortunately, you think of cocaine, you think of FARC, you think of kidnappings and things like that. Same thing about Mexico. I have a hard time going to Mexico because you think of drugs, you think of the gangs, you think of kidnappings and stuff like that. It's really it's really very rough. Though I know it doesn't happen all the time. It's just in the news. It's the negative things that get put out there. So, but no, I think you both have good points. There are a lot of foreigners that are still going there, but yeah, unfortunately, there is that what we call a stigma. Okay. Okay. Great job, you guys. Let's see here. Let's go to number. Okay, number 8. All right. Let's see here, Heidi. Is your government good at dealing with and tackling social issues? So tackling and dealing with are synonyms here. Okay, handling.
Mhm.
Okay, trying to solve the social problems. Is your government good with dealing with them?
Yes, so far, my prime minister is very good. So many people support him. for example, until 2 years ago or 3 years ago, Japanese economy was very bad.
Mm-hmm.
Then he changed some idea of Japanese bank, what's the Japan Bank?
Mm-hmm. The National Bank.
National Bank, yes.
Mhm.
They didn't want to print out a lot of yen, so, but he changed. He made the money flow bigger. So Japanese yen became very lower than before.
Mm-hmm.
It was very good because Japanese industry is exporting a lot of things. So yen, less appreciating yen is very good for that industry.
Okay. All right. Now, what did that do to the yen? Is the yen did it stay at? Is it still at about 100 yen to $1, something like that?
Now 106 or 7 yen.
Okay,
But-
but it's still close.
Yeah, but until 3 years ago, it was only very expensive, 78 yen or so.
Ah,
So
okay.
it's much different.
Okay. All right. All right. Okay, and a lot of people are happy with the changes that he's made. I know that they recently raised taxes on it was the consumption fee, right? Something like that.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, all right. But yeah, that's it, all in the effort to be able to pay back debts and help the government, right?
Yeah,
Okay, all right, very good. Thank you, Heidi.
thank you.
Let's see here, Christian. How about you? What do you think? Do you believe that your government is good at dealing with and tackling social issues in your country?
Yes, about the education, our president is and his government is working to improve the education, the public education.
Yeah. Okay, and do you think that the ideas that they have are working or are going to work?
No, they are working now.
They are working. Okay.
They are creating new laws and to get money
Mhm.
to do everything they want to do in the education.
Okay. Okay. All right. All right. Very good. Very good. Thank you for sharing. Okay. How about let's see, Diego.
I think government is good in earning money. They
Okay.
don't mind if they don't mind if there are many children in the streets or um, many social issues. They sometimes do some things, but it's not enough.
Hmm. It's usually only when it's election time, right?
Yes, just
So
when
they
it's election time.
they go, look, we give out free food, we do all these things, vote for me, and then it goes away after the election, right?
Yes, and
Yeah.
when they are elected, they raise our our taxes.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, exactly. Here in Honduras, I was talking with a friend, and here they have a lot of good streets, but if you go outside of the main cities, the streets are really bad. They're all pretty much dirt, and there's a lot of rain here, and so they're really bumpy. Okay, but when it's time for the elections, okay, they go through and they smooth out all of the roads so all the politicians can go through the cities and get people to vote for them. But then afterwards, they don't do anything with the streets, right? And so the streets they get worse. They get in worse condition. Yeah. So I think what you're talking about happens in many places throughout the world, unfortunately. Unfortunately. Okay. All right. Very good, Diego. Thank you for sharing. Okay, very good. Let's go to, let's see here. Okay, so right now we've got a major. Well, the United States has not declared war just yet. I don't know if they will. They probably will. But we have the war on terror that's been going on for the past while. I would say ever since 9/11 in the United States. Okay. So Heidi, what social issues has the war on terror brought to your country? Has there been any big effects due to the war on terrorism?
Japanese constitution banned to fight with other countries. So even though America is a very good friend, they started war, right, against ISIS.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not affecting my country. It doesn't affect my country directly. But
Okay.
maybe the government decided to help money. Maybe it will affect a little.
Okay. Now, I know after World War II, I believe there was a law that Japan couldn't have their own military force or something like that, right?
Only protecting.
Yeah, only to protect, but not to attack. Okay, but didn't and it was for like 50 years, right? And so didn't they come up recently so that Japan could have their own military force?
After World War II, it passed already around 70 years, but we never fought to other countries because of the constitution law.
Okay. All right, very good. Thank you, Heidi.
Thank you.
Okay, let's see. Now, Christian, what has the war on terror? So, besides what's happening with these anarchists, okay, recently, okay, has there been any other things that have happened due to the war on terror that's been going on with the United States and the Middle East and things like that?
About ISIS.
Yeah, ISIS. Mm-hmm.
I think here don't affect. To Chile, it's no problem. The problem is for North American and European Union.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so there hasn't been any issues there in Chile at all.
Yeah, we don't have force in the Middle East.
Okay, we don't have forces.
Forces, yeah.
Forces in the Middle East. Okay, all right, very good. Let's see here, Diego. How about your country there in Colombia?
I don't know. Colombia always has a war against terror, but against
FARC
group. Yes, but I think it's the main problem that we have about thinking about terror. We have another problems, but I think it is the most important problem now.
Okay. All right. Very good. Thank you. Okay, let's go to an interesting question here. Heidi, what do you think here? Do social issues ever affect rich people, or are they simply poor people's problems? What do you think, Heidi?
For example, the war now it's going on in Iraq. The people are very not rich, poor, but they were kicked out from their house, and they need to live in another place, field or some place, and they don't have any. I had some group, Christian group, was kicked out from the place by ISIS. They needed to run away in the mountainside. They don't have enough water and food. They are dying, I heard so. So almost all cases, poor people are affected by the social issues.
Mm-hmm.
But rich country, not rich people, rich country, they can help each other with some tax or something.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, and with regard to that, in with ISIS or ISIS, it wouldn't matter with those guys if you are rich or poor, if you don't convert or you don't believe in their distorted views. Okay, then you're toast. They'll kill you. And these guys are very, very brutal.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, a lot of people in that region know so. So yeah, that's a rare case, I think. Okay, I think it's a rare case when a social issue like that affects both rich and poor. It doesn't matter who you are if you don't accept what they are. I'm trying to say.
But for example, illness like AIDS or something.
Yeah.
The poor people are affected a lot. They can't buy the medicine because medicine for AIDS is very expensive. AIDS change their shape many times, so they need to take 3 or 4 kind of medicine a day.
Sure.
Rich country can do that, but the poor people can't buy the medicine. So they bought some counterfeit from China or India. It's not effective. They are dying.
Yeah, that's a good example. That's a good example. All right, thank you, Heidi. Let's see here, Christian. What do you think? Do social issues ever affect rich people, or are they simply poor people's problems?
Here in Chile, about the access to the education, the government create laws that increment the rich people taxes.
Okay.
To obtain money to get education, best education to the poor people.
Okay. All right. So they are taking more money from those who are wealthier to help those who are poorer for educational purposes, right?
Yeah, rich people used to do illusion, and they attack this problem.
Okay, they used to do what? Say that word again.
Illusion.
Illusion
is circumvention.
Oh, okay. Okay, so they used to elude. Yeah, so they used to circumvent certain laws. Okay, or like tax laws. Is that what you're saying?
But it's legal. Is the rich people elude the taxes, but legally.
But legally. But now they're not able to do so. Is that what you're saying?
Sorry?
So are you saying that the rich people there in Chile used to be able to elude the taxes legally, but now, because of the new laws, they are not able to? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, they're trying to combat the creative accounting.
Okay. Oh, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. Okay. All right. Very good. Very good. Okay. Thank you, Christian.
You're welcome.
Okay. And let's see here, Diego. What do you think?
We talk about many problems in Colombia, but FARC, I think, affect everybody, not only poor people.
So it doesn't matter if you're poor or rich. If you run into FARC, okay, they'll try and extort money out of you somehow.
Yes, it doesn't matter. The problem affect everybody.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, and that's one example of when it doesn't matter who you are. Right? Okay. All right. Very good. Thank you, Diego. Okay, let's see here. Come down to our next set of questions. Let's see here. How about this one here? What social issues has the internet created, and how is your society dealing with these? Heidi?
Maybe bullying. Japanese young people are using Line. Do you know Line?
They're using lines?
Yeah,
Or-
Line. Line is like Facebook or something, or they can use it in their cell phone.
Okay, so they're using these social networks.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
They can create some group. So in the same group, members can send a message to each other.
Mm-hmm.
And the people can, the group members can see the message. All people can see the message. Then someone put down some bad thing about someone.
Oh,
Then-
the lying. So lying, telling lies online.
Line, yes.
Ah, okay, I see what you're saying.
We call it line. It came from Japan. Some Japanese person created that social networking system.
Wow. So they're telling false things about other people online.
Yes, yes. Then the member can invite some other people.
Mm-hmm.
And then they can kick out other members. So it connected the bullying. Someone was bullied by the line.
Okay.
Then the person commits suicide.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I've in Japan I've heard. Well, let's see. I think Japan is like number 10 in the world with the rate of suicides.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, it's a really big problem there.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Okay. All right. Thank you, Heidi. Thank you. All right, Christian. Okay. How about there in your country? What social issues has the internet created, and how is your society dealing with these?
Here in Chile is the same cyberbullying and also sexual harassment to the children. There's some programs in the TV that show that problem.
Okay. Yeah, I think if I were, man, I don't even know if I would be able to handle it. Cases, especially with kids taking cell phones and whatnot to school, right? Because one of the big things that I hear about in the United States is people taking cell phones into the locker rooms where you're changing after doing physical education, right? And you're taking a shower and people taking pictures of you and then sending them a text of you changing your clothes or something like that to everybody in the school.
Yeah, here the problem is the children use the internet without supervision of his parents.
Sure.
The parents don't know who is the person who is talking with his children.
Yeah, that's a really big problem. The parents aren't paying attention, and the children are getting into trouble that way.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Very good. Thank you. Diego, how about you?
We have a new problem with bullying. Now is cyberbullying because through social networks you could find information about someone and you could intimidate him or her.
You can intimidate.
Forget something. Could be money or price for something. I don't know.
Oh, like that's called extortion. So through the internet, you can find out where this person works, okay, or where they go to lunch every day, or where they live, right, and then extort money from them, or things like that. Wow.
Yeah, I have Facebook, but I don't share my own information, just my name. That's all.
Sure. Yeah, I don't even I don't even do that anymore. I don't mess around with Facebook here in Honduras all that much because I don't want people to know. Well, I went here, or I'm over at this place, or I am here. You know. And so I take off the GPS function. I take off all that stuff. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
I am eating in that restaurant. So
yeah. I'm in McDonald's right now. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I take all that off. I don't do that at all. All right. Good point. I forgot all about that. Yeah. Okay. Let's do one last question here, you guys. All right. So Heidi, think of a social issue that you might have an answer to, and let us know what the answer would be.
There are many social issues, as I mentioned before, the illness, expanding the illness or something, and war, and the poor and rich. If we care completely some illness, but some illness came out from other place, so we can't treat all illness. It's very difficult, and even war. I thought that Iraq war already finished, but from that place it come out another issue. So
yep, and we're back in there.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Very good, Christian. What do you think? Do you have an answer for a particular social issue that exists?
About the cyberbullying, sexual harassment to the children. I don't have children, but with my nieces and nephews, we try to don't get them access to the internet free. We always surveillance his internet behavior in the internet.
Sure, definitely. That's a great idea. Okay. All right, very good. And our last answer for the night, Diego. What do you think? Do you have an answer for a certain social issue?
I don't know, but I think we have all the same rights. So it's necessary to think in other like us.
Okay. What do you mean to think? No, I don't. To think another like us. What are you meaning?
We won't doing something that I want. I don't want do for us. We should take care about the others.
Okay.
Not only for our own reasons.
Okay, so we should take care of others as well as ourselves, and not only worry about ourselves, but worry about others as well. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Very good. Very good. Okay, you guys. Well, thank you for coming into class. It was great having you here. Next up is my reading class. It's a class for beginning and intermediate readers. Okay. All right, guys. Thanks. We'll see you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you.